Today we're going to make a quick and easy 2-ingredient tortilla, and I'm going to show you 2 different ways of making it. Yes! Because sometimes we just want a little bit of a bready wrap or tortilla to eat with our meals, being vegan and gluten-free. So today I'll show you how to make a 2-ingredient tortilla that you can start enjoying in 5 minutes or less. For the first variation, I'm going to show you how we use lentils. This is red lentils. I sometimes use brown lentils. I use whatever lentils. I've done this with a few different kinds of lentils. I've used yellow lentils as well. So the rule of thumb for this particular recipe is whatever type of bean or pea that you're going to use, I do 1 part of that particular dry bean or pea to 2 parts water. I don't know how it works in other blenders, but I have a Vitamix and I cannot live without my Vitamix, because this will blend it down into basically like a pancake batter, and then I literally just pour it onto my skillet here. So I'm going to go ahead and preheat my skillet all the way up on high to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and this is measured out to 1 cup of lentils. So I'm just going to put in the lentils there, and I use Celtic salt. This is the second ingredient. I use Celtic salt because it's the whole salt. It's not just sodium, but it has other fine minerals as well. This one also has iron and other stuff like that. Anyways, I like to use the whole salt basically. And I'm just going to put in 1 teaspoon of that for this cup. And because I put 1 cup of the lentils, I'm going to put 2 cups of water. This is what the consistency looks like when it's done. This thing is like smoking. I cannot live without my Vitamix. And Vitamix isn't even sponsoring this little YouTube video. They don't have anything to do with this. I cannot live. I said if my house were burning down, I would grab my kids and then I'd grab my Vitamix. That's serious. Gotta come a little closer. You're all tangled up. Your legs are all tangled up over here, honey. Okay. Let's get you a little bit closer. Down, down, down. I see some shoes in the background. Okay, so I get my ladle and I just pour it on there and I spread it out to make it look nice and flat and round. I want to kind of do this right away because once it starts cooking, it's kind of hard to spread. See that? It's already cooking. And see, this one is almost ready. You basically want the top part not to look juicy anymore. And like this is like getting pretty dry. See, it's a little bit sticky, but it's not like wet. It's starting to smell good. One thing you don't want to do is taste that batter. No, yucky. Once it cooks, it changes the flavor altogether, and it has a nice, these red lentils have a nice mild flavor. But even the brown lentils are pretty mild to me as well. So you can really try different things. They're black lentils. Like if you go to an Indian store, you can find all different types of lentils and you can try them. All right, now I'm gonna etch around it. And you can try this in a little non-stick skillet at home. If you find that it's not coming up too well, leave it so that it can really cook, so that you don't tear it up. If you want to add flavor to this, you can put garlic, you can put onion, you can put cilantro, you can put your leftover kale, whatever. You really can put other things in here and it won't make a whole lot of difference if like you want to put greens in there. Like sometimes when I de-stem my kale, I'll put in there the stems from the kale just to get the fiber, and you can't even taste it. It doesn't even really change the color much. And that's done. Just like that. I'm gonna get off my spatula. Look at this cute little chiquito. Okay, so here are the 2-ingredient tortillas. This is the lentil based one. And this is what that ends up looking like. I don't know if you can see how that folds up nicely. Like I can just totally fold that up however I want. So they're very pliable, and you can stuff them. You can use them like burritos, or you can make burritos out of them. Sometimes we just like to stuff it with kale, and I make like a white cashew sauce that goes on top, or like a yogurt based sauce. I also, my middle one just likes to eat it with avocado, lemon, and salt on there. And they just wrap it up, and they just, you know, because it's really easy to eat something with. These are high in protein, and red lentils are high in zinc and iron. So it's a really healthy alternative to your basic tortillas. Also, this is the leftover batter from the red lentil tortillas. You can save this in the refrigerator and take it out, you know, within the first couple of days after you made it, and you can still put this on your hot plate, and you can make it any morning if you want it to have it fresh. But the lentil tortillas do last in the refrigerator for several days. I mean, we don't let them last that long, but even for 4 days or so, they do last. Okay, another variation of the 2-ingredient tortilla is using garbanzo beans. This is one of my favorites as well. I just put a cup of garbanzo beans in there, and I use 2 cups of water. Don't forget your salt. I mean, you can do it without salt. If I could add some flavor, again, we're using the Celtic salt. And this Vitamix is super powerful. Please put your top on and let her rip. I think the garbanzo one is super amazing because it really gets like thick. I know that's like steaming because the Vitamix is so amazing, but it really gets pretty thick in there. And let me show you how that works now. And this one is virtually the same. It's virtually the same as when you do the lentils. I just get like a ladle full, I put it on there, and I smooth it around like a tortilla. This one comes out just amazing. This is my favorite one. I saved the best for last. So that's the tortilla. Now, as a bonus, one day I'll show you guys how we make vegan omelets, because we use this base with a little other seasonings. But if you want to make this like thicker and make it just more bready feel, you can just leave it thick like that instead of smoothing it out. And you can put other things on there, like add some vegan cheese, spray a little olive oil on there, add some Italian seasonings. Like, it really is pretty delicious. You can add herbs on there, you can put jalapeños on there, you can really do, the options are endless with it. Okay, so this is how the garbanzo tortilla turns out. It really is nice because it's a really nice light, and you see how it doesn't have any like holes in there. So if you want to use this as a burrito and not worry about like the juice falling out, that's really a good option. And it has a really good flavor. It's not quite done. This is the garbanzo where I didn't spread it out with the ladle, so it has a little more bready texture. I put some vegan cheese, garlic, and oil and salt just to give, like grapeseed oil or olive oil, just to give it some flavor. So this comes out really nice and bready if you want something like this. So we're actually going to use this with some pasta today in place of garlic cheese bread. So the options with this are endless. So here's your 2-ingredient garbanzo tortilla. See, I put that up a little prematurely, but this is the one that I already made. And you see how that looks? And you see how it can fold? So it makes a really great 2-ingredient tortilla. So the next time you're looking for something bready to eat with your meal, try the 2-ingredient tortilla. Let me know which one you try. Which one would you like to try?
This one.
Oh, it's recording. I forgot. Where's that record button? Say hi. No.
I really, really want some bread. If I lick it, I'll still be gluten free. I want some bread too.